Previously on Flip Game Strong.
All right, when you gonna start?
He's gonna be at least a week and a half.
How much is something? How much
Now
is this?
you
gonna
asking the wrong question. Now I can't just walk in here and throw a price at you.
cost? All right, so
Nowadays I gotta get price on material because everything is crazy.
what's up, family? We're back here on the east side of Detroit, on the best side, back at our renovation that we're doing here in the 48224 zip code. We had a few updates done. It's been a while since we've been here, but we made some progress. We patched the roof. It was an area that was leaking in the roof, so we had to get that patched. We got the porch fixed. You know, I had some issues with that. Me and the contractor were going back and forth about the porch. We had some siding done, gutters put on the garage roof. On the garage, we had a roof put on the garage.
Windows.
We got the windows put in. We got a new fence in the backyard. What
Trees cut down.
Trees cut down, putting a lien on the people next door house because I had to pay for their trees to get cut. And then we had a little bit of foundation work done here. So we're gonna take you guys on a walkthrough so you can see what we did.
What happened with the windows the first time? You guys didn't show up?
Well, sometimes when we think about getting Mexicans, the new style of Mexicans aren't as hard working as we thought.
No, they know they worth now.
Yeah.
And they charge more.
Yeah, so they came out, they charged more, than one guy showed up, and then he just did like maybe 2% of what he said he was gonna do and left, so we had to go and get our brothers to do it. So they had a lot of overgrown trees growing over to this side, for the neighbor's yard, growing over to our garage. So what we had to end up doing is getting those trees cut down in order to put the fence up. So this is I call her Miss Lean, Miss Rock with it.
No,
Because
but you know what Justin called me? Griselda Blanco of real estate. Because I would drop a lien on somebody's house quick.
So what is a lien though?
A lien is just, I mean, it's a instrument that you record down at the county. It says that that I have some interest in that property. So because I had to spend money on getting their trees cut, I'm putting a lien on their property so that when they come back or they try to sell the property, they have to pay me first before they can sell it.
Any property for anything? Like, what if I lied? It was like, I did that.
Yeah, so people do that. It's really illegal. You're supposed to have a builder's license to do that, and I'm currently a licensed builder in the state of Michigan, so that's why I'm gonna go ahead and drop a lien on their house.
Okay.
But so I had to take the trees down because one of the few things, when you're selling a property, FHA, if we do this FHA, FHA appraiser is going to come out and see that those trees are affecting the roof on the garage, and they're going to ask us to cut them back. So I wanted to get in front of that, you know, just right out the gate before we even had that issue. And then we had some moss growing on the side of the house here. I wanted to make sure we took care of that too, because that's another thing that the FHA appraiser will flag when they come out to do their inspection. So it's better to get in front of things before it becomes an issue. So we got these windows from TJ Maxx.
No, they didn't really get them from TJ Maxx. They have a wholesaler here in Detroit. I call them the Nigerian Home Depot, where they take defected, or let's say maybe the windows had maybe a crack in it, or the glass was broke from the distributor, and they sold them to them and they just fixed the glass. But when we put the windows in, they were like upside down.
They looked like they were upside down.
Yeah.
So the manufacturer who made the windows, instead of them putting the lip at the bottom where you lift it up, they put the lip at the top. But I mean, we got them for less than half of what we would have spent at Home Depot. So
this whole side right here was all tuck pointed, where the bricks was coming out, if you remember, on the last episode.
it was a stair step.
It was like stair step cracks, and a lot of these bricks was falling out. So we went and bought maybe, 40 bricks? Mm-hmm. They took about 40 bricks out, put them in, and then just, cemented it back into there.
Mm-hmm. Watch the door, watch the door.
Then we got a brand new fence. brand new privacy fence all the way around. And as you can see, this tree right here and that tree over there was exactly what we were talking about as far as being the neighbor's tree. So this is what we had to cut down over here in order to get the privacy fence up. And
I'm gonna have him come back and put another piece here so we don't even have to see the neighbor's yard. You know what I mean?
Well, that was really what he was supposed to do anyway. I told him to bring it up to right here so we can go in front of it.
Yeah, so
But-
I'm gonna call him and have him, cause he's gonna have to cut that down and put another post and run it over there. So, I mean, easy peasy.
And then plus the privacy fence, man, it makes the house look so much better. You know, it gives you that comfort feel in the backyard. As you can see, the garage is painted now.
We still got boards on the garage, but we're gonna put some windows in there inside the garage.
So if you guys remember, this corner was very, very messed up. Holes all in it. So we got new siding here, painted the siding. Did some waterproofing on the side of the house. So where you see all of this dirt dug up at, they had to dig up, what was it, 6 feet?
Yeah.
So they dug up 6 feet here, put some tar on the bottom of the house, waterproof it, and then put it back.
He got to come back and take. So it was a trench here, and so the window guy couldn't get in here to fix this trim work and this caulk. So now that this is covered back up, he can come back and re-caulk and take this trim out and redo it again. Cause I didn't like how it looked.
But new windows all around, new gutters.
Downspouts.
Downspouts. We got the downspouts running into the ground to take the water away from the house. Privacy fence all back here, garage painted. And I think this was within 30 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Less than 30 days. The electrical and the plumbing is two things that you most definitely need to do. There's two things that you most definitely need to do as far as it helps you get more bang for your buck. And windows. Make sure you have some nice windows and make sure, because the windows to me makes the house look totally different. So what is something that you feel like that people can add to the house to get more bang for their buck as far as being inexpensive?
So some things that can make a house look a little bit more high level, not high level, but like elegant. Recessed lighting is one. Hardware, so like doorknobs, change the colors of the doorknobs. Paint, if you put like an accent wall in some rooms, areas of the house, that can just give a pop of, oh, this looks high end, real estate. So that's what I try to do in most of my flips, is try to give a sense of high end in the hood. So, because I feel like people deserve Oakland County quality properties in Wayne County. Another thing we can do that's pretty inexpensive is tear out walls to make the houses feel a little bit more inviting, and that the house just flows. Because nowadays the biggest thing is everybody wants an open concept. So a lot of times when I'm working with my clients, they always say, well, I want an open concept. I want 1.5 bathrooms or 2 bathrooms, or in a finished basement. So I try to make sure I implement those things in my flips, because I know that's what's going to sell a house. There's an extra bathroom in the basement, open concept, finished basement, and then higher end finishes like doorknobs and pools on the cabinets and things of that sort. And light fixtures. Light fixtures are another thing that can bring out the space too.
So as you guys remember last episode, there was a wall here, a wall there. We tore this completely out. Put a brand new stink pipe in, as you can't see, but it's a brand new
Gotta get finished all the way
stink
up.
pipe. All the windows, I'm happy about the windows. I like the way it looks. To me, it's like a lineup on a haircut. You know, you get a nice haircut, but it's like that lineup is really what's gonna bring the haircut out. So the windows are something I love. Then we also discovered that, if you guys remember, we were saying we were gonna have to move this heating duct. We discovered there's another heating duct in the closet. So we're gonna take this completely out, cap it off,
And going on about our
Then
business.
just go on about our business, just run the heating from the closet on up. So yes.
So we save money because people
So
were
save money.
telling us that, quoting us at like $1,300 to move that. And I'm just like, that's crazy. I would have
That's
came
the
in here and
BW
bent the
fund.
metal and
That's,
did it myself. So this vent runs all the way to the upstairs bedroom, so we can eliminate this one over here altogether. We had to do new insulation before we covered the walls up, because the insulation that was here already was like from what, 1919 it looked like.
Probably about 40 years, at least 40 to 50 years old.
Yeah.
The insulation was here, which is cool. You know, I guess sometimes that's one thing you're gonna have to do. Sometimes when you tear some walls out, there's gonna be something behind the wall you're gonna have to fix.
You gotta be prepared for what's behind the wall. So a lot of people don't like to tear out walls because the fear of the unknown. But I mean, that's if you do, when you're doing your houses right, I mean, that's just what it is. It comes with the territory.
We're adding a bathroom in the basement. We're about to go see. So in order to add this bathroom, he has to put it into a new floor drain. Was the old one rotten or something?
Yeah, but we're not putting the shower down there. We're just gonna cut. It was a shower down there originally, and the floor drain is sticking up out of the floor. So he had to cut it flush with the floor so we could put some self-leveling cement. So when they install the toilet and the sink down there, it won't be rocky. It'll be all on even
So
cement.
let's see that then and see the drywall they put together. He got to use his 2 hands when they came down here. Yeah, he got to use his 2 hands. So Mike is a plumber. Like you said, this side is going to be more of the industrial side. Washer, dryer, bathroom, furnace and hot water tank. This side is going to be more of the living side. We'll put a door up here. So you can come down here and have a nice, you can entertain your company, basically.
So this gonna be the mechanical side,
Mechanical.
not the industrial side. Done with the drywall over here.
But if y'all remember, this was all open. It was all wood, cement. I guess she won because I wanted to close this off and put a bedroom here where she was like, let's just drywall it off. Put some lights down here and just go on about our day. But it looks a lot better, it's a lot brighter.
Yeah.
You know, once that paint goes in, we put the floor down. You guys ain't gonna believe how it looks.
Yep. So, like I said, one of the things features my clients when I'm working with my first-time home buyers or just buyers in general, they always ask for a finished basement or a partially finished basement with a bathroom. And so I made sure to incorporate that in this project because I know what consumers are looking for. So I'm trying to cater to my consumer and not to what I've just liked, but what the consumer likes.
So Mike is the plumber. He's down there cutting up the drain in order to make the floor even. She doesn't want to put a shower in the basement, save money. So that side is going to be the mechanical side, washer, dryer, bathroom. The other side is going to be the finished basement side, the entertainment side. Where you see this, it's totally different. Like it's a lot brighter. The drywall is up, so once the guy comes in and paints, you guys are not going to believe how it looks.
Yeah, paint just takes the house from 0 to 100 real quick.
So we also didn't. We were going to put a bedroom down there and make it from a 3-bedroom to a 4-bedroom, but that would have been another $7,000 getting a window put in there. What's that window called? An egress window in the basement. We would have had to find somebody who can do that. You know, just drywalling and framing that door part. So, you know, it's almost snow. You know, we're about a month away from having some snow. So we don't even want to hold it up because when the snow comes, it slows the process of the house up. So we want to try to get in and out and just finish this out and sell it by the new year.
In this back master bedroom, primary bedroom. We took out the wall, as you guys can see.
I remember we was going back and forth about the walls. We thought it was cement. Just took it right on out. Now it makes it open flow.
Yep. We're gonna end up putting carpet back here. But we got Jason with Hampton,
House rental.
and he is my go-to guy when it comes to rehabbing a house. I mean, Jason is like himself alone is like 10 men working at one time. So he is just my go-to guy.
He like an AI guy.
Yeah,
You know how they say you can have an AI can do 10 jobs.
Yeah, this my guy, my go-to. I mean, y'all can't take him from me though. I am not sharing his contact information. No, I'm just saying. But
yeah, so we knocked this wall out. If you guys remember, it was mold back here on this wall window.
and it was a beehive over there.
Beehive over there, mold over there. So they fixed all of that.
It's 3 windows. These 3 windows haven't been changed yet because we were waiting for them to come back on special order, but they're in the living room now. So the guy's on his way to install the windows. Yeah, so it's gonna look really nice once it's done. It's gonna be a nice big primary bedroom. It's gonna flow real good. We're gonna put ceiling fans in here, and carpet. Call it a day.
So what's really the difference between summer and winter?
You know,
Flipping houses.
oh man, rehabbing a house in the winter compared to the summer. First of all, you run a risk in the wintertime. You have to have heat. You have to have a heating source so that the drywall and the mud can dry properly. And if you don't have that, if you put a furnace in, I mean, we in the city, they gonna come take your furnace out your house before you even put it in.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we got this new thing we're doing now with the furnaces, trying to keep them. If they get stolen, we can track them down. We're dropping some little air tags in them. And so we've seen success with that. I haven't had a stolen furnace in a minute, but I think that's because a lot of times we advertise at our property. Well, a lot of times we put house sitters in the houses, or we got a Rottweiler that we put in the houses. So we haven't had any issues with any furnaces. But flipping houses in the wintertime is so much more difficult because we have some terrible winters here in Detroit, and you know it can mess up some drywall really bad. So that's one of the biggest issues. What would you think? What would you say, Jason?
About working in the winter?
Yeah.
Hardest part about working in the winter
Yeah.
is the heat.
Yeah.
It's the heat.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna mess up the drywall, it's gonna mess up whatever. If you gotta mix something to install it, it's gonna slow down that process every time.
Oh yeah.
So you definitely need some heat.
Ceramic tile, they gotta dry properly, all that stuff. So yeah, that's in the wintertime, it slows us down until we get heat.
And we luckily that this year it's not that cold.
Yeah, we up against the clock though.
Yeah. We up around Halloween is when it's gonna start raining
Yep.
and getting wind, get the blowing real
Yep.
heavy. So
And then that's why we try. Oh, and then paint doesn't dry right in the wintertime.
now come talk about this window.
The paint doesn't dry properly. That's why another reason we went on and did the paint to the outside on the garage early so that it could dry properly.
And on that other one, you seen that we had a little small foundation issue there.
Foundation, bottom plate,
Bottom plate issue there,
it was rotted out.
and that was rotted out. Switched all of that around.
Put a new bottom plate in there. Put some new wood inside the walls. You can't see it now, but you just see this kind of stuff really, so that it make the wall sturdy. So that had to be changed out. I mean, you're gonna always run into issues when you tearing out walls, but it's better that you find it and fix it and jump in front of it, or as opposed to having somebody buy the house and they calling you months later saying, "Hey, the roof is leaking."
Yeah. We face that too. You know, you want to make sure you get the right contractor. Is one of the first things. You want to make sure you got the right contractors. That's just not trying to run through the job quick just to get a couple dollars. Because we just ran into one of those issues, like you say, with the roof at another property, where he didn't seal
Around the stink pipe.
and now it rained real hard 2 weeks ago, and they calling like, "Hey, it's leaking."
So we had to call the contractor back out there. He on the run. Well, not from the police, but he ducking and dodging us. So now we got to find somebody. Just being the people that we are, we like to get stuff fixed for people. So, you know, it saves it for our name. You know, we don't want to have a bad name.
I know a lot of people
here.
like, well, shit, you done sold the houses on them, but you don't really want to have no bad face out here. Man.
Yeah, your name is like your adult report card, just like your credit report. And so my name is everything, and we want to keep it good. These are the windows that go in the room back there. So, here's the heat vent.
That's the one that's in the bathroom. I mean, in that room.
In the closet.
In the closet, yeah. And
that's the one that we're eliminating.
yeah. We're gonna cover this one up. That's in the kitchen.
And that's gonna save us some money too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How much is it saving you?
At least $1,000. So we in there. So we got the drywall up. I haven't seen the drywall. I was just here yesterday and like it wasn't even drywall. And then we put the wall here so that somebody could, you know what? I'm going. Yeah. So we put the wall and ran some electrical so that somebody can run them a plug behind the TV. We thought of that. You know, try to think ahead a little bit. But I'm glad he left a lip here because somebody could set some stuff right there too on the lip. I was thinking about eliminating that
So you
lip.
was thinking about putting the whole wall from front to back. No,
Yeah.
That's good because like you said, you can set a cup here. I mean, you can't have the biggest TV, but shit,
Yeah,
you
because
can't-
who has huge TV?
Yeah.
Who has huge TVs in their room other than me? I remember when I first got that TV, it was so hot. I'm like, damn, it's hot. It's beaming on me.
Yeah, so you get a good 40-inch up there, 30,
Oh
38,
yeah, 40
something like
for
that.
sure.
But you know,
Shit, maybe even a 50-inch.
No, because you're going to have to be ducking down and going, unless it maneuvers.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you get one that maneuver or something like that, but that's good. You go there, some cup, remote, whatever you need right there, even a few trophies or something.
Then y'all remember it was drawers here?
Yep. So you blocked it off.
We tore them out and covered it back up, covered the wall up, took the drawers out.
With all the drywall, how much money do you think we spent on drywall?
I think we've spent, just for the drywall itself or the,
This is drywall.
shit, we probably spent about $2,000 in drywall. Hanging the drywall and doing the tile. The most expensive part is drywall and tiling. Outside of electrical, plumbing, that type of stuff. But even my electrical and plumbing wasn't too pricey. It's the finished stuff that really costs a lot of times. The drywall, the paint, the cabinets, the cement, the tile, carpet, stuff like that costs. And then it starts to add up. Like baseboards, you can buy baseboards for a few cents per linear foot. But if you need 1,000 linear feet, that starts adding up. And then pulls on the cabinets, doorknobs, all that stuff. They individually they are not expensive, but when you have to buy a lot of them, it starts to add up. Like even the window trim. Once we put the window trim back again, that's another thing that's sold by linear foot, and it starts to get pricey. Good thing we got some left at the storage though. We're gonna repurpose what we have stuff that's left over from other flips that we didn't use.
And then what we did too earlier this year, we went to a
contractor
auction. And I can tell you, you can buy pallets and pallets of tile, toilets, sinks, you know. And now this is coming directly from Lowe's and Home Depot.
A lot of it is sometimes like out of season stuff that they just trying to get rid of that they didn't sell.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
See, a lot of people don't understand Home Depot and Lowe's have something called a penny sale. So if you go into Home Depot or Lowe's, ask them where's the penny sale stuff at. They're not even supposed to tell you unless you ask them. So that stuff is like out of season, stuff that's been sitting there for about a year or longer, and they have to make room for other things. Mm-hmm. So now I just assume that they're figuring it out to sell it to some auction place and let's get as much money as they can. Mm-hmm. So we went and bought, pallets of tiles, toilets, sinks, just preparing for some flips. So we have used, this is gonna be our second flip that we use, the stuff that we bought this year. And I think I can tell you, we bought maybe 10 toilets for $75.
For all 10?
All 10. 10 10 sinks. What was the sinks?
Like 200 for the pallet.
Like 200 for a pallet, and there was
Like 10 sinks.
10 sinks on there. You know, and these sinks, when you look them up at Home Depot, they're going for $600-700. So, you know, you can even go on Marketplace and sell them if you want, or put them into your flips. But these are investments you have to try to make. You know, you gotta think ahead. So honestly, I'm ecstatic about the progress. 30 days in, at least it's about 30 days, if not more.
Yeah, about 30.
Yep. And then I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just happy that you wanted to go to that auction for real.
Yeah, because we saved a lot of money by switching to the auction.
No, that was a smart move.
Because we went to the auction and spent maybe like $5,000 when we would have probably spent 10 in the store, if not more.
If not more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a real smart move. I'm gonna tell you, that's something we gotta incorporate at least once a year, regardless if we still
Well, they got another one coming up November the 5th.
But we need to go ahead and figure that out because, I mean, shit, who's to say we was gonna do 2 flips? Well, when did we go to the auction? June? Was it summertime?
August?
Yeah, so then that's 2 flips in this quarter. So shit, if we go in November, we can try to plan on
June, huh? June or July?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
We could plan on at least trying to do 3 flips next year. And just incorporate all that stuff in there. And this time, let's try to buy some electrical wiring.
I don't know nothing about electrical, so I don't even
just
know
buy
what
the
to
yellow
get.
and just buy the white.
Just buy,
Yeah,
buy the yellow and buy the white.
Buy the yellow, buy the white.
Just buy a big ass roll of yellow. And
Yeah, big roll of yellow, big yellow roll of white. They didn't have no drywall.
You trying to buy drywall?
Yeah, because shit, I mean, that's just to see how we can save
But
some
you
money.
think about it, we don't tear out whole, like this house, it had that paneling, so that's why we tore it. We don't normally run into situations where we tearing out all the walls like we did here. You know, so that may not be necessary.
So what kind of floor?
Carpet. You don't have to scrape this shit up.
Y'all gonna sand the floors?
No.
Downstairs. We are going to sand the floors. Me and her are going to sand the floors
I
downstairs.
found somebody that can do the floors for 75 cents a square foot.
That's a lot.
No, it's not. It's only like 150 square feet in that living room.
Times 75. Do
Point
that
75.
right there real quick. 75 cents times 200.
All right, well, maybe he said like $2.50 or something close to it.
He ain't doing it for no $150.
But my thing is, I don't know. I just don't feel like it.
Why? Why not? How you know?
That's last time that shit was.
Took 2 days.
You was there for 2 days.
It looked great.
I was there for like a week and a half.
No, because why? You wanted to do all the extra little corners.
What you supposed to do?
No.
You supposed to
2
do it
days.
right. You don't want to do it right. I want to do it right. And then
Well, we're going to do it right then. That's be Christmas gift.
whose Christmas gift?
Yours. It'd be your Christmas gift.
That's not what I asked for. All right, family. On the next episode of Flipping with Sade and Mario, we should be halfway through, getting closer to the finish line. The tiles should be going in. The floor should be prepped for sanding. Can y'all hear us? The floor should be prepped for sanding. The tile should be in and or on its way to be going in, and all of this will be covered up. So stay tuned and catch us on the next episode.